Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Can I say two things by way of starting? First of all, to Suvi and Antti and all the team, you've set the bar very high for us. We won't take you to a jail in Manchester. We will find, but we might make you watch Manchester United versus Ajax just to keep you happy, Ruth. So we will do our best. The second thing to say is, sadly, just over a week ago, we lost 22 lives and 60 very badly injured in Manchester. And although the story was all about what happened at the arena and the concert, it's right on a transport hub, and some of our transport people from rail and from Metrolink, the tram system, were actually the first on scene helping out. So I just wanted to say thank you to EMTA generally, because the support we had from EMTA, UITP members, international colleagues, within minutes after the incident was great, and just thank you very much. Okay, so it's the passing over of the baton to Manchester. Many of you have been to Manchester, you know Manchester. I just wanted to say a couple of words about us and then what we're going to do. So in terms of us, we're 2.7 million. The big challenge for us over the next few years is we're expecting to go over 3 million, and what that really means is 600,000 journeys extra per day. And that's a problem for us. We're the third most visited place in UK, London first, Edinburgh, and then us, and that's quite a challenge for us. The economy is bigger than Wales or the North East or Northern Ireland, so we're pretty much of a country by ourselves, and sometimes we think that way too. So that's us. We do all the things you'd expect us to do. I won't go through them all. We've got a big cycling program. It's not as big as London's, but it's pretty large. We've got a guided busway there, which if you haven't seen one of those, we'll take you and show you, which used to be on an old railway line. There's some things that perhaps you wouldn't expect. I've got people delivering big road schemes at the moment, major highway schemes. I've got people redesigning town centres. We rolled out broadband across Greater Manchester, and at the moment we're reprocuring the waste disposal or the rubbish collection for the whole of Greater Manchester as well. So it's not always just transport. Okay, so in terms of what we would like to do in the time we've got there are three big topics. So we said yesterday we would pick up this funding, finance, transport regeneration, and we'll take that forward and report back on what we're doing. We'd like to do a little bit of a section on some of the other policy things that we want to link to transport. So we've talked about spatial planning, where on earth we're putting housing, where on earth we're putting industry, what does that mean for transport? How do we do more with health and the health colleagues? And how do we do more about this inclusive urban society? We think that there are society issues. We've certainly got them, and it might be of interest. In terms of innovation, we talked about Internet of Things. We've got an Internet of Things program. We've got the largest university campus in Europe, 100,000 students. We've got the Internet of Things with Cisco there. We just want to talk about a little bit about what's going on. We're going to have autonomous vehicles rolling out between Stockport and the airport fairly soon. We thought we might talk about that, but there's an innovation section. And then the last section that we thought about, which was promoted by London, and we think it's a good idea, just a short section on resilience. It's not because of the attack on us particularly, although that's obviously made it a bit more relevant. And it's not just about terrorist activities, it's about cybersecurity. And anyone who hasn't had a cyber attack, well, just go and talk to Dublin about the 19-year-old who went to play with their traffic signals. That's caused havoc. And it isn't just about that, it's other bits as well. So I know Donald Trump doesn't believe in it, but actually climate is changing. What does that mean? So we thought that a resilience section on that might be of interest, and that might be just the start for another conversation a bit later on dedicated to that, perhaps in London. So those were the things we thought we would talk about. And we're just looking forward to seeing you on the 12th of November through to the 14th, and hopefully we'll have as good time there as we have had in Helsinki. So thank you very much.